Next, we're going to review the operation of the wheelchair lift. There are several requirements that we have to satisfy before the lift will operate. One of them is to have, of course, the lift door open. The other requirement is that we have of course, park brake should already be on, is to have the key on, and the other requirement, or I'm talking about the ignition key being on, and the other requirement is to dump the airbags or remove the air pressure that's in the rear suspension, and it's this lever that we talked about earlier when we went over the dash. So we're going to try to get that on video of the sound that it makes and the actual, see how much the vehicle actually lowers when we do that. So air suspension is dumped, vehicle lowered. If you forget to lower the suspension, the situation that you'll have is that when the lift comes out, it's not going to lower far enough to get all the way down to the ground, and you're going to have a rise there that you would have to go over with the person in the wheelchair because the vehicle is sitting up too high. If you satisfied the interlock, you'll see the two lights come on the outboard side of the lift platform. You'll see the green power light come on if you have the lift toggle switch on, and you also see that the umbilical corded hand control is also illuminated. One of the unique things worth mentioning on the controller for the lift is that if there's no activity for a given period of time, it will time out and say go to sleep. And if that happens, it's just a matter of toggling the switch off and back on again to wake it up, and it's back in an operating state. So to do the lift, I'm going to step off to the side here, and I'm going to press and hold the unfold side of the fold-unfold switch until it stops. And if we have enough clearance here, we haven't really tested it yet, we're going to see if we've got enough room here for it to extend. Next would be to press and hold the down button, and we'll see if we're going to have enough clearance here. And we just made it there. So you're going to, what I was doing was pressing and holding the down side of the up-down switch until our outboard stop plate lowered, forming a ramp to bring the wheelchair person on board. If you follow the documentation that comes with the lift, it's going to tell you that you are to bring the person on board with the handles of the wheelchair facing the interior of the vehicle, so that an assistant can be up here ready to receive and pull that person on the wheelchair into the vehicle. Once you have them up on the platform, we're looking at about 850-pound capacity. If the person is somewhat intimidated by the fact that they're going to be going up on the lift, you can have an assistant accompany them alongside of the wheelchair. You're going to want to be sure to have the wheelchair wheels braked, or the brakes on, and then you're going to go ahead and press the up side of the up-down switch. First thing you'll see is the outboard stop plate will go to vertical, preventing the accidental of the lift coming off the back of the platform. And you're going to press and hold until the inboard stop plate drops down onto the floor of the vehicle. You would then release the brakes, bring the person on board, and once they're squared away, you can either just drop the lift back down again. If weather environment's a concern, you can just go go ahead and stow the lift, drop the lift back down, and wait for them to finish and come back out again, whatever the needs are. You'll notice that on the back of the lift door we have a couple latches, and we have a rubber compression fitting there that the pin drops into as one way of holding the door in the open position. If it's a very windy day, you might want to reinforce that with the mechanical latch to mechanically latch so that the wind can't blow the door closed. When we're finished with the lift, we're going to drop down to the lower switch, fold unfold, and we're going to press and hold the fold side. Let me demonstrate one more thing first. I want to demonstrate an unsafe condition that you can get into with a partially operated lift. I'm going to go ahead and drop it down a foot or so here. And if you had people on board the bus right now and there's some movement in there, a partially operated lift, we've got a little bit of a fall hazard here. So if somebody gets too close to the opening and they happen to stand on the platform here, you've got a strobe light flashing on the control box and an audible tone to alert that person that there's a fall hazard. So what we're going to do, we're finished with the lift. We're going to go ahead and press the up until it stops. And we're going to press the fold until it stops. As a side note, the Braun Corporation and the manufacturer of this lift recommends an annual safety inspection so that they can check adjustments, clean, lubricate, so that you know that the lift can continue to operate safely as you're bringing people on and off the bus. There's a retainer here to hold the handheld controller. And we'll pause there. Okay, continuing on the operation of the lift, obviously we're back inside the vehicle now, and there may be an occasion, we hope it never happens, but things, Murphy's Law says if something can happen one day, it will probably happen. You may have a situation where you've got a person on board and the lift has failed to electrically operate. So by following the instructions here, or extended instructions that's in the lift manual, as a quick overview here, you can operate the lift manually. There's a handle here, yellow handle on this handle, that can be used following the instructions on how to work the lift manually. It's a sequence of opening and closing the hydraulic pressure valve. You'll notice the cutout on the end of the handle, which will line up with a pin in the valve to open and close the valve, and also a pump handle like a floor hydraulic jack that you can pump with the handle to raise and lower the lift manually until you can get it in for repair. There's also a cycle counter, which probably maintenance would use to the Braun people would know how many cycles have accumulated maybe since the last service operation. And again, reference the manual that comes with the lift, any of the labeling and safety concerns that are that you're going to see around the unit.